Welcome to the Panther.com Coaches Show. My name is Dave Newcombe. I'll be your host, and we're delighted to have some tennis guys here and soccer. And we have Taylor Napier, who's a star tennis player, #1 singles player. And we have head coach of the men's and women's program, Rod Baker, also assistant coach for soccer. So, Rod, nice to have you. Taylor, nice to have you. Let's start with Taylor. Taylor's a student, junior.
Yes, sir.
At Ferrum. Tell us a little bit more about where you're from and what you're studying.
Yes, sir. I'm from Hanover, Virginia. It's about 25 minutes outside of Richmond. And came to Ferrum to play tennis, obviously, and I picked up the sports management major here.
Right.
And hopefully I can do something with tennis after I graduate. It's really fun so far. So.
Right. So you've enjoyed your time. You've had a couple of different coaches, and now you have a stable coach in Rod Baker, who's no stranger to tennis here. Rod?
I played as an alumni. I had a blast doing it. It's good to finally be able to give back to the sport that really kind of pushed me through Ferrum.
Right. 4 years as a tennis player, and came in to play soccer. Probably never thought you'd play tennis.
No, I never thought I'd play tennis, but I ended up I saw Gary Holden walking around campus, and he swooped me up real quick, and it was fate from there.
Right. So he just saw you and thought you looked like a tennis player. He knew you played it.
He had mentioned in a meeting that if anyone was interested in playing tennis, come talk to him, and I kind of saw him outside the fitness center and chased him down. We had a little conversation, and it went from there.
All right. You came here in 1999 from Maumee, Ohio, up
Close
near
enough.
Toledo, up on the lake there.
Pretty close to the lake,
Yeah. So this is a mild winter for you. This is
very mild, actually.
Right.
Last year, my hometown had the biggest snow recording on record for the nation. And then this year, they've had some of the coldest weather they've ever had. So I'm glad to be down here.
Yeah. And you've been here for quite a while and made it your home. And we're happy to have you. And so this tennis thing with Gary Holden, was he pretty persistent with you? And he helped you out through college?
He helped me out a ton through college, actually.
Right.
I mean, not persistent trying to get me to play tennis, just persistent on keeping me on the right path while I was on while I was on campus.
Yeah, being kind of a big brother, looking over your shoulder while you were here. And you got to play tennis with a bunch of good guys. And
I did. It helped me kind of get more comfortable on campus, learning a new group of people to hang out with, too. That always helps out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then networking in jobs in the future, that was a big key for me.
So when you were on the team, you'd go to Hilton Head or different places.
Gary actually took us to Ohio one weekend so I could play some matches up near my hometown. That was a blast.
Great.
We played in the snow. It was driving snow that day.
And you still played.
Yeah,
no problem.
Somehow Gary got the coach to convince we could still play. My friends came up to watch. It was a great day. It was a great day.
Right. And Taylor, as a junior, you're one of the leaders of the team. You're the #1 player at this point. What do we have to look forward? We're not going to Hilton Head these days, but we do go south, and we'll go south soon, right?
Yes, sir. Actually, next weekend we're headed down to Alabama and Georgia to play Huntington and the Grange. So.
Right. So there's your southern trip.
It is quite a big trip, that's for sure.
Yeah. So when you're in this bus for 10 hours, what do you do? Study?
Yeah, exactly. No, not quite. That'd be the ideal situation. But we tend to, just talk as a team pretty much the whole way. People start dozing off here and there. Then you get your headphones once people start falling asleep. So.
It's a good bonding experience.
It is,
to get to know each other pretty well.
Yes, sir.
And luckily, Ferrum has this traveling in style. We get to travel in charter buses.
So
pop on some movies, kick the feet up, and just kind of relax and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, not like back in the day when you rode in the van with Gary driving.
Exactly. Not that he's a bad driver or anything.
No. And we're talking, of course, about Sports Information Director Gary Holden, Assistant Athletic Director. And in your spare time, you do a little work in that area, right?
Yes, sir. I help out with all the sports here at Ferrum. Whatever Gary really needs me to do, I'll be there.
What's your specialty? What sport are you?
I actually really enjoy doing basketball, men's and women's basketball.
Right, I've seen you men's and women's basketball a lot. And it's exciting that we got great crowds. And
oh yes, sir, great teams.
Yeah, you have to be on the ball with those statistics and everything.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk about tennis a little bit. We have a spring season, which is our main season. Then we have a fall season.
We only play about 3 or 4 matches in the fall. It's not a huge season, but it kind of gets the kids on campus and gets them into a couple matches early before our main season starts up.
So really, the tennis players are playing all year round.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we don't really take too much time off. Even in the winter, we're out there trying to, shovel snow, get the courts clear so we can hit.
Right. I saw a couple of guys working maybe yesterday.
We did a bunch of shoveling. We did a bunch of squeaking. Gladly, our courts are dry for a little while. But
right. Now it's raining again.
And they're calling for more snow.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Snow today, but then the weekend's supposed to be really nice.
Hopefully, it'll dry it off real quick.
Right. Right. And so you have 2 matches this weekend to really open your USA South season, right?
Yep. We play Covenant. There'll be a good match, but hopefully we can kind of take it to them on a home court advantage.
Right.
Then hopefully we'll see what happens in the next match from there.
Yeah. And we have Covenant and who else do we play? Piedmont. Okay. And they're both Georgia schools. And so that'll open us. We opened up. Really, we were supposed to play two matches today, men's and women's. And
we were supposed to. We were going to be away for Guilford today, but it got rained out as well.
Guilford, and then we opened up against Hampton-Sydney, and they're one of the best programs in the state.
They were a quality squad.
Right.
They really were.
Did you know some of those guys? Were there any Richmond area guys on the team?
There were a few, yes, sir, from the area.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. So we played them here, and didn't do so well. Win loss. We did have a win. Matt.
Danny Ko won.
Danny Ko won. Right.
He did a good job. He frustrated his guy keeping the ball in the court. And sometimes that's all you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Just put it in play and let them make the mistakes.
Yeah.
Is that
and our doubles teams had a good run to our doubles.
I saw that.
They were into the match most of the time. They just lost some key points, and then 3 doubles we had a chance to take it at the end, and then unfortunately we got broke, and they ended up taking it from us.
So Rod, as a soccer coach, your men's and women's tennis programs and soccer coach, are you doing anything this time of year with soccer? Are you
yes and no. I mean, I'm recruiting constantly, and then when it comes to practice stuff, Coach Pauly takes over that stuff, and I stick with tennis the best I can.
Yeah. And I've seen the soccer players in the gym or in the fitness center, the Y.
They play futsal every day if possible. Right. They play every minute if they possibly could, I think.
They really love to play. And that's what it's all about.
I mean, that's kind of every sport at Ferrum. I mean, our tennis guys are out there hitting constantly. They have lights to the keys, so I see them out late night hitting as well. So.
Right. And that's a nice advantage when you have lights to the
Yes, sir, it is. It's very nice.
Yeah. And if you really love to play, you're out there.
Yes, sir. We're out there as much as we possibly can be.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see Tyler, our old guys out there helping you out.
Yes, sir.
Out there.
Yes, sir. Tyler Lee comes out. Chris Miller. They both come out and they help whenever they can. They're actually really helpful for us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Chris Miller's done a great job stepping in and helping out.
Chris Miller, right.
Getting guys
I have
drilled.
seen him.
I mean, having 2 coaches there at practice makes things so much nicer.
Yeah. So he's kind of a volunteer coach.
Definitely. I mean, he's more than just a volunteer coach. He's a part of our team for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about next weekend. We're going to go there. Let's talk about the women's team a little bit. You've had... you have senior Rebecca Harbeck, probably your number 1.
Yep, she's my number 1.
Yeah. And she's a 2-time All-Academic USA South selection. And
she's a very busy young lady.
Yeah.
But she finds time to find some tennis.
Right. And in Division III, it's not like they're on scholarship. You got a lot of other things going on. You have your work-study program and your studies and tennis, and then all your social activities.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. So, and Gary Holden keeps you pretty busy too. And
she's a good example of that. She has a job at Lowe's off campus.
Oh wow, really?
So she really puts in the work on campus and off campus. So. Yeah.
And then you have Kelsey Nicely, who's also another academic all-conference, so you have some good students. And then you have 4 freshmen, and as a relatively new coach, you probably haven't really had a chance.
They've been a great addition to the squad, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, I've just obviously gotten to know them this semester.
Right.
But they've all taken big steps in their game.
Good. Ashley Foster and Kasana Miller, Demarius Miranda, and Raquel Ramsor. So that's the women's freshman.
Yep.
Anything else about the women's team?
They're just really kind of antsy to start playing a match. They've been waiting and waiting. We've had the longest preseason in the world.
Right.
I think they just want to get the ball rolling.
Right, and the men got to play against Hampton-Sydney, and the women haven't gotten to play yet
Ladies
due
just
to
sat
weather.
there and just wished. I heard it multiple comments. Coach, I want to be out there playing. I want to be out there playing.
So they're excited and they're ready to play, and that's probably what it's all about.
They're very motivated.
Yeah, but for soccer in any way, give us a little soccer preview.
We just picked up a really good goalkeeper from Martinsville. Another great addition, goalkeeper actually too from the beach area. And we needed goalkeepers bad.
Sure.
Besides that, we've had a couple other good quality pickups. William Fleming kid from Roanoke. Very, very solid player. We're looking to hopefully have him score some goals for us.
Yeah.
So.
And you make these connections because you work at a
I work with travel
organizations,
you know, with Valley FC and with PYSL out of Martinsville. So
that helps you with recruiting.
Yep.
Right. Do you ever get up into Ohio to recruit?
Oddly enough, I met 2 kids the other day from Ohio, and I just got an email back from them. They're really excited to come down to the campus. So trying to bring more Ohio kids down here.
Great. Yeah, the weather's a little different. You can get them going on.
They don't mind a little warmer.
Yeah. Maybe tennis, too. Maybe you could bring some guys down.
Oh, trust me, I'm trying.
Right. Good. And I see that you just announced your soccer camp dates, June 30th and July 3rd. You have a day camp.
Yep, we have a day camp and we have an overnight camp.
How does that work?
We usually have the day camper for the locals.
Yeah,
so it's a little
for
bit
the
easier
younger
for them.
kids.
Yep, so they can just come, drop their kids off. And then the overnight camp is more so for recruits that we're looking at or kids that are looking at our school as well.
We have some of your
we actually have a bunch of our incoming recruits coming, and then our players actually do come back. They enjoy coming back from the summer and kind of getting a little taste of campus with nobody on it. Is nice.
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. Next week we're going to have Karen Harvey, the women's lacrosse coach, and they're in mid-season, and we have a lot of activity on campus with the spring sports right now. We have men's and women's lacrosse, we have baseball, we have softball, we have golf, so we really have a busy season. And we'd like to also say that we're at the Ferrum Mercantile, and they have been hosting us for our show, and so we're happy to be here. We have fresh donuts in front of us. That's nice. And we have Tristan, our host with the most, back there waving to everybody. Hi, Tristan. Tristan Ashley. And this is a great place to be in the morning because of the donuts, the coffee, the tea. And she's very hospitable for us. And so we need to give them a little airtime. And you know, in this complex down in downtown Ferrum, or on Route 40, we have Papa John's Pizza. We have the deli, which is a Metro deli, for those people that love really good sandwiches. And these guys are shaking their heads, I'm sure.
It's delicious.
Right, a taste of home with the delis, right?
Right.
And the pizza is great, and the service is wonderful, and it's a nice hangout place in the evening. A lot of students come down, have their meal. They're on their meal plan, and they can get food down here. So it's a nice thing. So until next week, when we have Karen Harvey, Taylor, it was nice having you with us. Good luck, and work hard for Mr. Holden.
Yes, sir.
And Rod, it's always great to have you around.
Pleasure, man.
And it's great to have you as our men's and women's coach.
Thank you very much.
You know, I think now you're solidified in a full-time position, and you've been part of the Ferrum family for a long time, and we think a lot of you. And so until next week with Karen Harvey, this is Dave Newcombe saying so long.